More Dakka!
Okay, here we are with another update. As you can see, the Mini has had basing added to it, and it's had 2 coats of Badad Black wash put on it. The base has also been washed, as have the gun and the backpack. And now all we need to do is reapply the original color to the portions, and leaving the dark areas there to create a shadow. So that's what we're going to do next, and I'll give you another update after we're done.
So I've been spending money like there's no tomorrow, it seems, this weekend. And even the television dude would probably be put to shame by the amount of money I've been spending. I've been doing a lot of shopping online at people's, trying to get rid of their old systems, trying to find Xbox games for my collection. And so yesterday I found 2 that I had managed to get that I could collect that same day, very relatively close to each other. There are a couple of others that I wanted to get. One, a guy got offered more money, so obviously I lost out on that. Another one, the guy wouldn't accept the amount that I wanted to pay for it. Lost out on that. The third one's still up in the air, but finding a time to actually meet up is kind of hard. He couldn't do it this weekend, so I don't know. Maybe next weekend if he still has it, maybe not. We'll see. But the first one I managed to get was all games, and it was $35 for all of these, so it works out to be a pretty decent thing. It's not all Xbox stuff, but I figured for what I was getting, it didn't really make a difference. I've got SingStar 90s for the PS2. Splinter Cell for the Xbox. Not an original Xbox case, but whatever, no biggie. Real World Golf for the Xbox. NHL 06 for the Xbox. Project Gotham Racing 3 for the Xbox. 360. For the PS2, I've got SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, another wrestling game. There's a lot of wrestling games out there. I'm sure I'm going to end up playing some of them, right? Next up is a really bad copy of Tony Hawk's Underground 2 for the PS2. Lost for the 360. Frontlines Fuel of War for the 360. Now you may have noticed I'm getting a lot of 360 games here. I don't own a 360 yet, so they're no good to me at this point, but for the price I paid for everything, I figured there was some 360 games in there. Prices of those are going to be obviously slightly higher than a regular Xbox game, so I figured I might as well jump on it. So I've got for the Xbox here, it's NHL 2K3. NHL 07 for the Xbox. A lot of hockey games, it seems. For the PS2, it's ESPN NHL 2K5. And then one of the things I liked about what he had was he had some original PlayStation games. 007 Tomorrow Never Dies. Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 2. Test Drive Off-Road 2. You can tell the guy was into racing because here's 007 Racing. I didn't even know this game existed. That's kind of cool. Battle Hunter, and then finally Test Drive 4. Now, the PlayStation games are kind of scratched up. I don't know if they'll play or not, but we'll find out eventually. The other ones seem to be okay for the most part, so they should be decent. The Xbox 360 ones are pretty much mint, so I don't have to worry about those ones. But $35 for all that was a pretty good deal. I would have liked to, get it a little bit cheaper, but considering the guy was asking for, I think $50, taking it for $35 was decent. Just had to deal with the travel to get there because it wasn't exactly close. So the next deal I got, similar type thing. He wanted, I think, $60 for it. I got it for $35. It was literally maybe 10 minutes away from the previous person. And this was just a kid trying to get rid of his old systems. I'm sure he has a PS3 and an Xbox 360 now. So what I got was Outlaw Golf, 9 More Holes of Xmas. Apparently this is a Blockbuster exclusive, so that's cool. NFL Fever 2004 for the Xbox. Curious George for the Xbox. Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future for the Xbox. Wolverine's Revenge for the Xbox. Mech Assault for the Xbox. Rally Sport Challenge for the Xbox. Shadow the Hedgehog for the Xbox. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the Xbox. Blinks the Time Sweeper for the Xbox. Actually, I think they're all Xbox games. Frogger Ancient Shadow. The Da Vinci Code. Topspin. And then I also got his Xbox. Plus the DVD remote control and 2 controllers. So I'll probably have to clean up all that stuff, and I may end up just selling the Xbox because I already have 3 of them, so I really didn't need another one. But that was what I managed to pick up on Saturday. So yeah, I still have some more things to probably get, but so far it's $70 that I've spent on all that. Hopefully I'll get some back because I do have some doubles here that I will put together and try and sell one of the Xboxes, maybe get $25 for it or something like that. But I also have that modded one back there that I could probably sell for a little bit more, fill it with some games, get some money back. Because really I'm just looking for games at this point. I already have 2 mint condition Xboxes. I don't need more. Though I am trying to get a Crystal Xbox, and hopefully I can get that one. But yeah, again, this was Saturday, what I picked up. Now let's check out what I got on Sunday. Okay, the story behind this next one is I think he wanted altogether between $150 and $175 for everything. I offered him $75. He came back and said yes, and then said one of the items that was in the group wasn't supposed to be there, so he wanted an extra $20 for that. I wasn't going to haggle with him for that, type thing. I wasn't going to say, well, it was included in what you already agreed upon, but it's pointless to do something like that. It's out of good faith when you're doing these type of transactions. So I said, I'll give you $90 for everything, and he said that was fine. Now this one happened to be quite a fair distance away from me, so it was, I had to take into account that it's probably about $15 to $20 worth of gas that I burned going there and back. So keeping that in mind, I still think it's a good deal, but you know what? I haven't even looked at any of this, so I'm not even sure what I got. Got some cords. Okay, for the PlayStation 2 DT Racer. For the PS2, The Sims. For the PS2, Automodelista. For the PS2, NHL 2004. For the PS2, NHL 2K7. For the PS2, NHL 2K6. Not surprised to see all these hockey games in there because I had to be there by a certain time because the guy was going to hockey. So obviously he plays hockey, probably watches a lot of hockey. It makes sense that he plays a lot of hockey video games. And for the PS2, NHL 2004. Okay, he has 2 copies of NHL 2004. So now I have 2 copies of NHL 2004. Alright, for the PS2, Rock Band. I don't think there was a Rock Band controller included, but I don't know. For the PS2, NHL 08. For the PS2, Medal of Honor European Assault. For the PS2, MLB 09 The Show. For the PS2, Pinball Hall of Fame The Gottlieb Collection. That should be fun. Love pinball. For the PS2, Arena Football Road to Glory. I don't know, Arena Football never made any sense to me, so. For the PS2, Strike Force Bowling. Again, for the PS2, Tokyo Extreme Racer 3. I think with all these racing games, I'm going to need to get a steering wheel or something. For the PS2, Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. For the PS2, Midway Arcade Treasures 3. Which this includes San Francisco Rush The Rock Alcatraz Edition, Hydro Thunder, Super Off-Road, Badlands, Race Driving, Stun Runner, San Francisco Rush 2049, and Off-Road Thunder. So a lot of race games on this one. And then there was, for the PS2, Superman Shadow of Apocalypse. Looks very much like the cartoon from the back, so. Okay, that's that bag. There was a GameCube with a memory card, purple GameCube. A whole bunch of accessory stuff here. Battery pack. Extenders for the controller. These are great. You gotta love these things. There's 2 of them in here. So for me, where my system's far away from my actual couch, that'll actually come in handy. The purple controller, video hookups, silver controller, another purple controller. Controllers look to be in great condition, which is a bonus because controllers are one thing that tend to go. I think these are all GameCube games. So, Super Monkey Ball for the GameCube. Mario Power Tennis. Mario Superstar Baseball. Disney Extreme Skate Adventure. Cover doesn't look to be in the best condition. Monster 4x4 Masters of Metal, powered by Monster Jam. This might fall over here. Super Mario Sunshine. Luigi's Mansion. SSX 3. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Super Monkey Ball 2. So both Super Monkey Ball games. That's awesome. And Donkey Konga with the box. They say it was hardly ever used. Box is in okay condition, but it comes with the box, so that's a bonus. I did not know that originally when I purchased it. How many boxes here? What's this? Oh yes. This was the game that wasn't included in the whole package originally, apparently, and that's Dance Dance Revolution, the Disney Channel edition with the DDR mat. It's too bad it doesn't have the original box, but it's a box all the same, so that's not too bad. Whatever. I'll figure something out for that. And then a PlayStation 2 in the box. So that was basically what I got for $90. Now, when I got there, and I didn't know this previously, but when I got there, the dude's mom was like, you know what, we have a PlayStation. Do you want it? We don't know if it works. So I said, sure. I got a PlayStation controller. You know, the power packs and stuff. PS1. I don't have a PlayStation 1, so that's pretty awesome. Now, they said this one, that there's some problems with the cover staying down, but maybe I can fix that. It's staying down right now, so. But they also had some PlayStation 1 games, so. Gretzky NHL 06. No, this is a PlayStation 2 game. Beyblade Let It Rip. And then Digimon Digital Card Battle. So, all that for $90. I don't know how well any of these things play, what condition they're in, or anything like that, but that's kind of the gamble you take with these type of things. So, unfortunately, I only gave the guy $70 originally, so I have to mail him the other $20. I guess the money got stuck in my wallet when I gave it to him, because I had the exact amount to give him there, and I just pulled it out, but I guess I missed 20. So that's what I picked up this weekend, and if you were keeping count, that's $160 on 3 transactions. But on average, I think it worked out to be about $3 a game, with the systems being extra. So I'm okay paying $3 for a game, and hopefully some of this stuff, well, at least the Xbox, I'll be able to sell it and get that reduced slightly. So let me know what you think. Again, eventually I'll probably be selling my double vids of video games, probably sometime down the line in the somewhat distant future, but until then, this is Rob for More Dakka 101.